A massive victory for equality in Wisconsin and Indiana with one of the most strongly worded decisions yet. A judge in Louisiana has ruled against marriage equality, but there are some problems with his ruling. There are major oral arguments this week in multiple states, and more cases move closer to consideration by the U.S. Supreme Court. For the American Foundation for Equal Rights, I'm Matt Baum, and welcome to Marriage News Watch for September 8th, 2014. It's no surprise that the Seventh Circuit has ruled strongly in favor of the freedom to marry in Wisconsin and Indiana. Just 2 weeks ago, the three-judge panel directed intense skepticism towards the attorneys defending the state ban. The court's unanimous decision points out that preventing gay and lesbian couples from marrying is harmful to their children and does nothing to encourage healthy heterosexual marriages. The court also ruled that tradition alone cannot justify a discriminatory law. It's unlikely that marriages will start anytime soon in the Seventh Circuit. Indiana has requested a stay to prevent marriages while the state considers its options for a rehearing. They could ask the court to consider the case with a larger panel, or they could petition the U.S. Supreme Court, a process that could take several weeks. So far, Utah, Oklahoma, and Virginia are the only three states that are fully ready for the Supreme Court to consider for review. But that could change over the next few months. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals is currently considering cases in Nevada, Idaho, and Hawaii, with oral argument on Monday of this week. Once the Ninth Circuit rules, parties could petition the U.S. Supreme Court. District Court Judge Martin Feldman has become the first federal judge to uphold a marriage ban since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned DOMA. That's a setback, but the ruling is so riddled with strange conclusions and outright errors that Feldman could not have written a more reversible decision if he tried. In his decision, Judge Feldman misstates the content of the 14th Amendment and inaccurately describes standards of review. The plaintiffs have already announced their intention to appeal. Florida officials have appealed a federal decision that the state's marriage ban is unconstitutional. They had previously attempted to put the litigation on hold pending a decision from the U.S. Supreme Court. A new survey in Florida shows support for the state's marriage ban at 46% and opposition at 45%. And one of the plaintiffs in an Arizona case has passed away. His husband has amended his lawsuit against the state, requesting that the death certificate accurately reflect their California marriage. With this week's major oral argument in the Ninth Circuit, we're likely to have big news in several states very soon. Subscribe here on YouTube to stay up to date on all these stories. For the American Foundation for Equal Rights, I'm Matt Baum. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.